My name is Carmen. My brother is an addict. My brother was an addict. And this morning, I forgot. I'm sorry. Before I came to Al-Anon, I was a cook. I'm still a cook, just a different kind of cook, I guess. My brother and I, we would cook together a lot, especially when we were kids. That's when we were closest. We wanted to open up a restaurant. We had a name. We had a vibe. All of it. My brother could make you feel confident in yourself. Like when I was a kid, if I was nervous, if I was scared, he would always tell me to just face it. Like, get it over with. He would always say, stupid. He would always say, just let it rip. He was loud. He was hilarious. And he had this amazing ability. Like, he could just walk into a room and take the temperature for it instantly. Like he could dial it. And, but I'm not built like that. I didn't have a lot of friends when I was growing up. I had a stutter when I was a kid. I was scared to speak half the time. I had shitty grades because I couldn't pay attention in school. I didn't get into college. Didn't have any girlfriends. I don't think I'm funny. I always thought my brother as my best friend. Because, you know, we just knew everything about each other. Except that everybody thought he was their best friend. He was that magnetic, you know? I didn't know he was using drugs. What does that say? Huh? And as we got older, I realized I didn't know anything about him. He started to not let me in his restaurant a couple years ago. He just cut me off cold. And that hurt. That hurt. And I think that flipped the switch in me. Where I was like, okay, fuck you. Watch this. And because we had this connection through food, and he had made me feel so rejected, lame, shitty and uncool, I made this plan so that I would be working in all of the best restaurants in the world. Like I would be working in real kitchens. Like fuck mom and dad's piece of shit, you know? I know it sounds ridiculous that I'm saying this, but that's what I did. I got the shit kicked out of me. I started to separate herbs. I shucked oysters, clams, and uni. I cut myself. I had onions, garlic, peppers under my fingernails, and in my eyes. I used to have this calluses on my fingers because of the knives, and my skin was dry and oily at the same time. My stomach was fucked. And it was everything. And a couple years later, this funny thing happened. Like for the first time in my life, I started to find this station for myself. I was fast. I wasn't afraid. It was clear. And I felt okay, you know? I knew which vegetables went together. Proteins, temperature, and sauces and all that shit. And when somebody came into the restaurant to do the stage, I would look at them like they were a competition. Like I would smoke that motherfucker, you know? Because I felt like I could speak through food. Like I could communicate through creativity. And that kind of confidence, like, I was finally good at something. I was good at something. And that was so new. And that was so exciting. And I wanted him to know that. Like, fuck. I just wanted him to be like, good job. And the more he didn't respond, the more our relationship kind of drained away. The deeper I went into this, and the better I got. And the more people I cut out, the quieter my life got. And this routine of the kitchen, you know, it's so consistent, so exacting, busy, hard, and alive. And I lost track of time, and he died. And he left me this restaurant. So for the past couple of months, I've been trying to fix this restaurant because it was out of shape. And it is clear that me trying to fix this restaurant is me trying to fix whatever was happening with my brother. I don't know, maybe fix the whole family. Because the restaurant, It means a lot to people. It does. And it means a lot to me. I just don't know if it ever meant anything to him.